that in the past year, over the 70% of the data breaches were the result of human error in technical communication and documentation? In today's digital age, where information flows at lightning speed, the stakes have never been higher. This alarming statistic underscores the critical need to explore the ethical and legal dimensions of technical communication. Let me tell you the purpose of this video. In this video, I would like to share insights with you about ethical and legal considerations needed for each professional in their career. So we'll delve into the intricate relationship between ethics and legality in technical communication. By the end of this discussion, you will have a deeper understanding of challenges faced by professionals in this field and the critical role they play in shaping our digital landscape. Ethical and legal considerations. Ethics. Well, what does the word ethics mean? Ethics is a matter of intuition, what your gut feelings tell you about rightness or wrongness of an act. Well, let me tell you the golden rule as well. Treat others as you would like them treat you. Let's move on to moral standards. In order to understand ethics, first you may consider the following moral standards. They are rights, justice, utility, and care. When it comes to rights, in some countries, healthcare is considered as a right, so the government should provide everything for them. While in some other countries, healthcare is not a right. And in both cases, everyone is right. When it comes to justice, whether workforce is female, male, black, or white, regarding justice, they should get the same salary for the same job. Let's move on to utility. Thoroughly thinking about the initiative by considering the long and short-term effects that it has. And after that, you can use the new product or launch it. Last but not least, care. We have greater obligations to members of our family than we do to others in our community. Your ethical obligations. The following three are your obligations as an employee. First to your employer, next to the public, and the other is to the environment. You're hired to further your employer's legitimate aims and to refrain from any activities that run counter to those aims. For that, you have to have the following: competence and diligence, which is self-explanatory, generosity, which is helping others in your colleagues, and honesty and candor, being honest, telling the truth all the time, not stealing the products of your company or borrowing them and using them at home. So they are prohibited. And the next thing is confidentiality and loyalty. They are quite self-explanatory. Next is to the public. The product or service must not injure or harm the customer, and it must fulfill its promised function. If in any side effects the product might have, and even if it is written in user's manual or in instructions, sellers should warn the customer while selling, as some people might not read the user's manual. To the environment. So everyone and each organization must work to preserve the environment, as the survival is not only for humans, but also other species which we share the planet. So your legal obligations. Our ethical values have shaped many of our laws. Professionals should know the basics of four different bodies of law: copyright law, trademark, contract, and liability. Well, let's talk about copyright law. Plagiarism in student situation is avoided. And when it comes to the employee, work made for hire. This is an employee situation. Anything done by an employee is employer's property, not the employees. And when it comes to trademark, all employees take the responsibility for the usage of trademark and register trademark symbols accurately when referring to a company's products. Next is a contract. What does contract include? The contract includes the following: products, performance, and manufacturer's claims. For example, express warranties and implied warranties. Express warranties includes the following. For example, statement in the ice cream machine manual says that the machine can make 1,000 ice cream bars in a minute. So this is expressed in the instructions. And when it comes to implied warranties can be broken down into two fields. First, merchantability. Next is the fitness warranty. Let's say at least the average quality to meet the purpose of the customer is the merchantability. And the next one is the capability of the product. What does mean the capability of the product? Let's say the customer wants some kind of machine that can carry 1,000 kilos, but if you know that your machine cannot carry 1,000 kilos, you shouldn't sell the product to your customer. The next thing is liability. You have to mention warnings and cautions all the time. Let's talk about an effective codes of conduct. An effective codes of conduct has three major characteristics, and the companies are always asked about the codes of conduct. It protects the public rather than members of the organization or profession. It is specific and comprehensive, which means addresses typical ethical offenses. It is enforceable, like just telling don't do that, don't do this is not acceptable. We have to have penalties if someone breaks the laws. The next thing is ethical and legal usage of social media. There are 9 guidelines. Your private and company sponsored social media accounts must be separate. Read the terms of service of every service to which you post. Don't reveal unauthorized news about your company. Avoid self-plagiarism. Avoid defaming anyone. Don't live stream or quote from a speech or a meeting without permission. Avoid false endorsements. Avoid impersonating someone else online. And avoid infringing on trademarks by using protected logos or names. Well, we can talk about communicating ethically across cultures. We have different ethical beliefs versus different laws. Different ethical beliefs means morality, religions, codes of conduct in different countries. So while we are selling our products in different countries, we need to think about different ethical beliefs. And the next thing is different laws. We always should abide the laws that apply for the country you're exporting your product. So the next thing that I want to mention today is misleading your readers. It's avoided. Avoid the following 4 common types of misleading communication: false implication, exaggerations, legalistic constructions, and euphemism. What does false implication mean? This means writing implications that call to use your product only, even if other than your product can be used too in particular cases. Next thing is exaggerations. Do not write we carried out extensive market research if you all did a few phone calls. Next thing is legalistic constructions. Do not write our product is designed to operate even 120 degrees Fahrenheit if the product doesn't operate reliably on that temperature. The next thing is euphemism. Say released if you're going to fire someone. The last slide of today. While writing, use the following. Use design to highlight important ethical and legal information. For example, by graphs or pictures or anything like that. And the next thing, be clear. For example, do not hide behind big words and complicated sentences. Avoid discriminatory language. Do not write jokes that discriminates people and jokes that are inappropriate. Acknowledge assistance from others. Mention who helped you. By the way, to prepare this video, I used the book called Technical Communication by Mark Markel, 11th edition. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any inquiries, please send it on Gmail that I have provided and showed on the slide on the right. And if you have any questions, please provide them on the comments below.